But yeah, I think scaling internationally, we went too hard, too fast. So like we were like, let's sell in Nigeria, let's sell in Canada, let's sell in the UK, let's sell in Australia, let's sell so many places. But we didn't factor in the fact that number one, shipping costs so much.
Oh my god, logistics.
It's so expensive. Logistics, like it's
Like,
crazy. And like
and then
yes, people
it's
can
not
be
just
like,
time.
yeah.
It's not just money, also time. Like money, time. Oh god. And then with the whole, I hear now that the whole shipping thing is because of COVID or whatever. So like logistics companies, they are cutting down their workers, and then there's like a lot of work piling up. So shipping, and because everybody, that's the thing. I feel like business owners don't come out to like share their struggles or what they are going through. Because you see everybody, we now ship to Canada, the US,
And it looks really flashy, right?
It looks cool. And I'm like, oh wow. In Nigeria, it's becoming a trend. Everybody's now like converting the price of their stuff to dollars, saying, we now ship globally, things like that. But like, bro,
I think it's in beans. I think it's on beans like, oh.
Did you know that the podcast industry is worth a massive $14 billion and is set to grow to $95 billion in 6 years? How would you like to have a share of $95 billion? I know I would. The best time to start a podcast is now, and the easiest way to start a podcast show is with riverside.fm. Forget about Zoom. With Riverside, you can record up to 4K resolution podcast shows with crisp sound, easily interviewing anyone from anywhere right from your online browser. Need I say more? If you're ready to level up your podcast or start a high quality podcast show, click the link in the show notes and get a free 2-hour recording when you sound up. What are you waiting for? It's time to level up your podcast. Click the link below and sign up today.
Welcome to the Sip and Think podcast by Scribble. We're really excited to really enter our first official episode, would you say, Lauretta?
Yeah, this is our first episode.
Yeah, I would say the other one was a trailer. This one's like our first official episode. And so yeah, we're going to jump right into it. Today we're talking about 2021. It's the start of a new year, and so we thought, why not?
Today is literally the 21st, and we're going to be releasing this sometime in February. So do not say it's the start of the year. This is still the start of the year.
This is the 21st or the 22nd?
This in second. You are how many hours?
Is
this in second?
Yes, it's the 22nd. See, she's living in the past. If you guys don't know, I live in Australia, and Lauretta is all the way in Nigeria, so our time zones are different.
Lagos, Nigeria.
Cool. She lives in Lagos, Nigeria.
The city that
That's not how you say it, by the way.
The city that is booming. The city that,
I thought people said Abuja is a city that is booming.
Don't say that in public. I beseech you. Lauretta and Enoch, do not say that in public. Of course, Abuja is beautiful, but what's booming? No. Lagos is.
Fair enough. I mean, I've never been to Abuja, so I can't really say. I've only been to Lagos and a few other places.
Well, what are the few other places?
But, Ibadan and Ekiti.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, let's bring it back. If you're the first time on the podcast, you haven't listened to our intro, my name is Enoch Banjioke, and with me is
Lauretta Hamza. Since Enoch decided to give us his 3 names.
Your full name.
You decided to give us your 3.
I gave my full name. Okay. You gave your full name. I just gave my first and last. I have 3 middle names. If I put 3 middle names, that's when you'll see me. That's when you'll see me trying to.
You guys, if you need to know Enoch's 3 full names, Oh my god.
No, you don't.
Long,
No,
long,
you don't.
long,
Not at all.
long. Anyway,
You don't even know them yourself.
I know it.
Well, we're not going to reveal that on the podcast. 2021 recap. If you are not aware, so we run a creative business called Scribble Horde. And what we do is that we help creative people, creative entrepreneurs, we help them grow on their socials and monetize online.
Yeah.
Because we believe that in this day and age, everybody deserves to be able to get paid doing what they love.
Exactly.
The internet has allowed us to do many, many things, and pretty much everyone has access to the internet. So there shouldn't be an excuse. There shouldn't be an excuse to not be able to do what you enjoy doing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, starting off. So that's the business that we do. We've been running officially since April last year. We're nearly one. We're nearly 1 year old. We need to plan something for that. It's gonna be big. But yeah, we're nearly 1 year old officially. And we did a bit. We did a lot in 2021. It's a lot of things that we learnt from. A lot of things that like there were many wins, many losses, I guess you could say. And so we're just gonna, I guess, jump into a few of them and discuss what we learnt from them and how it really applies to you, our listeners. Because at the end of the day, like, this is for you, so you can see how we learnt from our process and how we are planning on really trying to up level, take ourselves to the next level in what we're doing. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to start us off with the first one.
Okay.
We launched a new product. Lauretta, how was that for you?
So first thing is that we launched a new product not because
what product was it?
Yeah, of course, I have mine too. We launched the Scribble Sketch.
Got it.
The Visionaire and Shed Glass series. Well, yeah, what I was going to say is realize that we launched this product not because I don't know how to explain it, but we launched it because the old Scribble Sketch is finished.
That is true.
And like some people...
What is the Scribble Sketch?
What is a Scribble Sketch?
Yeah, I mean, some people are just listening for the first time. I'm sure most people don't know what you're talking about.
I'll explain. So these are like design pads for you to like ideate. As Enoch was explaining, we want every creative to be able to make money from anything that they do. And it's just fair to articulate your ideas, because I feel like from those ideas that you articulate, then you can start to flesh out a plan on ways to make money from them. So this is what this part guide you to. In the first edition, we literally walk you through a journey, like the creative journey, just explaining that, look, don't be bogged down by circumstances, what's it called? Clarity comes from what you do, not what you constantly like go around the bush in your head about. So that's what the first one was. But then for the second one, I was like, people need, like, see my Scribble Sketch is full already. It's almost finished. For the second one, we wanted it to be more like links to productivity. So you have like your daily trackers, like what you were able to do, what you were able to achieve, things you want to tell yourself, just to keep you productive. Also, we like a bit of art, so we always like put illustrations in our sketch pads and all that. So literally, this. Yeah, but
would you say so? It's pretty much like a creative, like a guided creative sketch pad.
Exactly, it's a guided creative sketch pad.
Yeah,
but then.
So it helps you take your ideas from ideation to
execution.
Action.
Exactly.
The execution.
Exactly. But the thing I was trying to explain is, so while launching a good product was like an amazing thing, I was excited. one thing that I didn't do as the product lead, even though Enoch was like constantly talking about it, was that I wasn't data driven in my decision. So it's amazing, but the products could have been richer. Like I could have added.
Can you tell us more about being data driven? You just dropped like a big word that not a lot of people may not know of, particularly.
Yeah.
What do you mean data driven? What does that mean? How does that apply to the Scribble sketch?
Okay, so data driven by actually like doing a lot of research. Not like going door to door asking people. That would be great as well. But like information is scattered across Google. Information is like everywhere. There's this website called Ask the Republic. There are like sites, like there are other sites like SD, right, where they like sell stuff. There's even Printify. There are lots of e-commerce businesses or like brands or like platforms. So I should have, because like I'm the product lead, I'm the one designing the products, I'm the one supposed to go to the markets to see what people need and then create for them based off that need. But I didn't accurately do that when I was creating the Visionaire Scheduler series. I was just like creating something based off a user persona that was myself. And so while launching this was a great product, it could have done a lot better if I decided to really do my research, find out what people needed, which is what we've done now.
Study your customer.
Exactly, which is what we've done now, and which is why I'm very excited about Enoch's work, because Enoch would literally go create a customer profile, like with our ideal audience. What do they need? What are their problems? Where are they? And
that's only because of my marketing background.
At first, I was like, yo, it's not that serious. Like, just think about this thing. But then, now I see how important it is. Because you cannot help someone you don't know where they are or who they are. And that's why, in our next year, we have a couple of surprises that I'm working on. We've done our research, we know what you need, and we're going to be creating that. So, Enoch, do you want to speak more to why it's important?
Yeah.
This show is sponsored by Scribble Horde. It's a creative business that creates tools and resources that helps creatives build successful creative brands. One of the ways that we've done this is with the Scribble Sketchpad. This is a guided sketchpad that helps take you from an idea to the execution of the idea. With productivity tools, inspirational quotes, and creative prompts, start taking ownership of bringing your ideas to life with this sketchpad. Get yours at scribblehorde.com and use code PODCAST to get 10% off your first order.
I mean, like what you were just saying just then really like it made me remember something. That if you think you can talk to everybody, you're talking to nobody. And then the second thing was that if you really love someone, then you would go out of your way to love the person the way that they receive love, not the way that you receive love. So in other words, yeah, we love our customers, but even just taking outside of the example of loving someone, but more so understanding that people value different things. And if you don't understand what people value, you can't actually deliver value to the person.
Yeah.
You may communicate something, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's what is being communicated to them. And so that was a huge learning curve for us. I mean, I was saying it, but I think it's something that experience really shows you, especially from even from a marketing side of things when you're really trying to talk to customers as well in the content that you're making. When people say let's create valuable content, like no one really understands what that means until you understand who you're trying to serve, and until you become obsessed with that person and what they value. Otherwise, that's why people normally hear crickets when it comes to the content. But yeah, that was probably like
I feel like
launch a version.
Sorry, Enoch, I got you. I feel like if you're a
No,
social
you're good.
media person or whatever, content creator, you should Enoch just dropped content for you. Avoiding crickets or something like that. Yeah, so I mean,
I might even use that. I might even use that for our next reel. But yeah, that was that. So we launched a new product. The win was like we had like I think the biggest wins was that we got like this new product. We got it to
the US market.
we got it to the US market, which is our next win, really. We scaled internationally. And so the idea behind it was that we started because our product was so we really wanted to bring like a personalized feel or luxurious feel to our product as well. And one thing about communicating a premium product is probably a better way to put it, is not only through the quality of what you make, but also through the pricing. So for all you business owners out there, I think the biggest misconception is that we need to price our items cheaply. And so like the problem with that is that when you have competitors coming into the space and you haven't really differentiated yourself by that much, it becomes a price war, and like at the end of the day, it's a race to the bottom. So our headspace was like, okay, we want to create a product that is premium, but that also means that we have to really put our product in a place where it could also reach people from different premium markets in that sense. And like it was just the idea behind it was just communicating like the amount of value that we offer. But yeah, I think scaling internationally, we went too hard too fast. So like we were like, let's sell in Nigeria, let's sell in Canada, let's sell in the UK, let's sell in Australia, let's sell so many places. But we didn't factor in the fact that number one, shipping costs so much.
Oh my god, logistics.
It's so expensive. Logistics, like it's
Like,
crazy. And like
and then
yes, people
it's
can
not
be
just
like,
time.
yeah.
It's not just money, also time. Like money,
Mm.
time. Oh god. And then with the whole, I hear now that the whole shipping thing is because of COVID or whatever. So like logistics companies, they are cutting down their workers, and then there's like a lot of work piling up. So shipping, and because everybody, that's the thing. I feel like business owners don't come out to like share their struggles or what they are going through. Because you see everybody, oh, we now ship to Canada, the US,
And it looks really flashy,
yeah,
right?
it looks cool. And I'm like, oh wow. You know, in Nigeria it's becoming a trend. Everybody's now like converting the price of their stuff to dollars, saying, oh, we now ship globally and things like that. But like, bro,
I think it's in beans. I think some beans like, oh.
like I wonder how big
Especially when you're just starting up.
Like, I wonder how big brands do it. Like, I wonder how they do it. Like, I wonder how they do it. Because aside from shipping,
there's a difference between like that's a key because they're a big brand. Number one, they have the capital, and number two, because they have the capital, they have the logistical centers, the 3PLs. It's like 3PL just means third party logistics to everybody listening who doesn't know that. But big brands, so essentially, like what we should have done, right, is that we should have grown locally. So we should have like, let's really sell this thing in Nigeria. Let's really make sure that we've nailed our product first, and that we've built a sort of brand awareness. And once we have enough like brand awareness, we get like people are just buying off our site, just consistently. Then we can go, okay, we have enough volume. We have our own little cash machine here locally. So now if we want to take this internationally, okay, let's pick one country to go to internationally first. So if it's like US now, it's like, okay, cool. Who am I? Like, so many things to think about. Like, who's the cheapest? What's the cheapest way I can send it? That's still going to get to where I'm sending it. Who am I sending it to? Because a lot of people, like, they don't think about like the fact that, okay, if I'm sending a product, who am I sending it to? We went through like family friends, um, and it worked okay. But I think the biggest problem with that was the fact that they were family friends, and so like things were on their time. There's a difference between when you're paying someone to do something, do a job, and someone who's like, oh yeah, I'll help you out, I'll do you a favor, but then they don't send your items for a few weeks. So you have customers, and you don't want to be like pushy, but then also like you have customers that you're serving. So it's like that dynamic of like, I know we're not paying you, but we need you to do the work. It just gets too messy. Um, but yeah, if we had built like a system locally, and then we know, okay, we can now afford to not
Yeah,
only just go
skill.
overseas, but we can afford to scale, whether it's we hire somebody overseas or we use a third party logistics center, which is pretty much a warehouse where they pack and ship out your orders for you in wherever you sent it to. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, if you send like a bulk order to America to a third party logistics company in America, whenever you sell something and it's, someone in America bought something from your site, it will link to the system of the third party logistics people, and they'll pack your order and ship it to that person. It costs
So yeah,
money, but like, yeah.
which is something that I think I should like touch on deeper. The fact that as a business, I know businesses are created to make money, but the truth
Mm,
is, don't be in a hurry. Like
mm,
it's like teaching a child
patience.
to not patience in the sense that you're now lagging or being like a
Mm,
desical or being unserious or not putting in hard work. Not that kind of patience, but
mm,
patience in the sense of, as Enoch said, be particular about creating a system first. Create a
mm,
system, test as much as you can, make sure that you have tried every single thing possible for like a small sect of people before you now choose to spread your wings. Because what happens when you're spreading your wings without a structure, without a system, is like you are just you're not building anything. There's no like strong foundation, and then everything is just in the air, really. So I'm very, very, very happy that we took that lesson. And what we just want to do now is build a very strong system. But we're still in the US market, and then we're looking at Nigeria as well.
Yeah, I mean, we still have our books there. I think another thing that another problem with like scaling internationally is that you're not just marketing to just your local market anymore. In terms of like a more marketing side of things, like when you're scaling internationally, you now realize that, oh, I'm not just advertising or using freelancers or doing collaborations with people inside Nigeria or inside your local country. Like once you scale internationally, the same things that you're doing locally, you have to be doing internationally as well. And
Mm,
remember, like between like time zones, between like if you don't have anyone in the other country, you don't know, like there's a disconnect in terms of, oh, have they received their order? How do I really personalize this to the people that I'm working with, or the people that I'm selling to in those countries as well? There are different cultural differences as well that you have to be aware of in terms of, okay, the way I talk to someone in
sure.
Niger, right? It's like it's completely different to how you talk to someone in America. So it's like there's so many factors to that, and so
I
if one doesn't understand those factors, um, like if you scale too hard too fast, if you go, I'm going to target 5 different countries, um, like it's hard to go, okay, like your workload just increased times 5, like are you prepared to do that? Like, do you have a strong enough system in place where you're working that you can then, and that's the thing about having a system, right? Once you have a system in place that you know, okay, this thing works, I don't have to remember a system is something that you're not going to be inside. So like a lot of people confuse things and think that, oh, like I know how to do this thing, Kiniko, but they don't actually understand that like the whole point of creating a process, a system, is that you're not like you can now step away from that. So you can now step away from advertising. You can now step away from influencer marketing. You can now step away from that side of things, and you can now devote more time to work on your business, not just in your business. And so that's why once you build a system, like it's now like systems are always copy and pasteable. Like you should be able to copy and paste the same system somewhere else. Not by obviously multiplying yourself into two people, or by hiring people, or outsourcing, those systems to an outside company or something like that.
And then it has to be a system that works, because if it doesn't work, you won't be able to
it's not a system.
hire people. And exactly, it's not a system. So if you have a system in place and then you're not still getting work done, you're not making money, then you have to check that system again. So I think
we've been speaking about some marketing stuff. I feel as though you're about to land somewhere.
What marketing?
Lauretta. Okay, all right. So pretty much we've been talking about some marketing things, and really like there were some things that we did, Lauretta, last year that were really cool. I think a few that we can name all in one under the whole brand awareness, like getting ourselves out there. We had
our reels,
guest posts.
Oh,
we did have reels.
The guest posts. The guest posts.
We had guest.
Oh my god, this
guest posts.
Went off
media mention.
We had that too.
The competitions that we did. What's it called? Our collaborations with other creators online.
Yeah.
Let's jump into that a little bit.
We're going to be doing
for sure. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about like what worked well in those spheres, and what didn't work out so well.
So do you know one thing that I find very interesting about like the collaborations, like the strategies that we're not even actively thinking about, that were things that just popped up. A creative is like, I really love this product. Do you mind? Can I come on live? Like these were things we're not thinking about. And then we just decided to. I mean, there was one we had a collaboration with Salem. Oh, that was so amazing. We also had a collaboration with this very good friend of mine. Her name is Uche. She runs like a social media management company. I mean, like. What these things were amazing, and it just really showed us like the power that you can harness when you it just showed us
collaborate.
When you collaborate, when you leverage your network. So like a lot of times we want to do business by ourselves, but that's not really how it works. And something else that was also really nice that I noticed is like people like when there's a face behind a company or a business. So Enoch and I, we did like on my personal page, I started talking about Scribble more. Enoch does not have a personal page, so he talks about Scribble on Scribble. Shots fired! Pew 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 pew.
I started.
But anyway. Yeah, but anyway, I just realized that, whenever I share things about Scribble on my page, I'll get people like even DM me personally asking me, what do I need to do? How can I get a copy of this book? Like people will go check out our page as well. So it's just interesting. If you're a business owner, I would not advise you to stay in the dark or like what's this thing called? Oh, I'm shy. I'm not a social media person. Trust me, people do business because of people. So like as a founder or as the owner of any business, I'm not saying your business will not thrive because you are not showing your face. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that let people connect with you, let people know your personality, let people see your values and your passions, because it also helps them have a sense of, belonging and yeah. But I mean, like collaborations, perfect. They worked so well, and we want to do a lot of that this year. I mean, that's why we're going to be having like other experts, entrepreneurs, content creators, just name them. Doing well in the space. Also, come on here to talk about what they do, share their challenges with us. I feel like it's going to be very insightful. But yeah, loved that. And something else I'm going to jump right in real quick is that when you collaborate with people, you just cannot tell people are saying what you do more. A lot of more people are saying what you do. And somehow, because you are now like being like now Salem has like fans and followers, right? So because I associate with Salem, people just sort of Salem's fans that they are about 50k now, over 50k now, will now see me as credible because we like you, you're valuable. Definitely you will not come and present shit to us. So we then increase our credibility. Yeah. And the more you increase your credibility, the more people like just trust you. And somehow, yeah. I mean, I'll stop here, let Enoch talk about. I was about to jump into the next win, which was getting our first B2B deal for the year.
Yeah, I mean,
before we sold over 100 books. Said it already.
We'll get into that spice. We'll get into that spice in a sec. But I just wanted to really pick out something that you said about founders really putting their personal brand behind their business. Mm-hmm. I remember I was in a consultation. So like number one, like always be learning. Like as business owners, as creators, whoever you are, you should always be making sure that you're learning. Invest in your knowledge as well. Like don't just like YouTube University is a great starting point. All the people that you're following on Instagram is a great starting point. But like investing in yourself is so important as well. Because they say unless you pay, you won't pay attention. Like how many things, let me say that again, unless you pay, you're not going to be paying attention. How many pieces of advice, how many lessons have you learned on Instagram or YouTube University that you've been like, wow, this is cool, I've saved this thing, how to increase my engagement, I've saved this kini, how to grow my followers, great advice, let me save this kini, but you never actually implemented the action. Because it was free. You saved it, right? It's I'll look at it later. But then it's a week, it's a month, you haven't looked at it, right? There's something that like happens when you put your money where your mouth is. That okay, I'm going to pay X amount to get this consultation or to get this course or to buy this book, right? And like understanding that where the value that you create, how you like level yourself up as a creative or a business owner or a startup, it starts from you. Like there was a saying that I heard someone who he said this quote. He said that you can never a business or an organization can never rise higher than the level of its leaders. And so it's like, if you're not growing, your business isn't going to grow. If you aren't improving your skills, like you're not going to stand out from every other average person out there who's doing what you're doing, trying to quote unquote fight for the same market you're fighting for. Like if you can't be in a position where you are leveling yourself up, there's no way you can bring in any new innovation into your life. Like there are many people out there who they reach a peak, they give up really quickly at what they're doing simply because they think, oh, I've tried everything, it's not working. It's like, have you really tried everything? When was the last time you learned something new? When was the last time you got yourself a mentor? When was the last time you went for a consultation with someone who's obviously better, who's obviously better at what you're doing, and learn from them? Like, learn from them. But yeah, that was the one thing. But the second thing that Loretta was mentioning about personal branding, speaking about your business, one thing the person, sorry, in the consult, I went off topic. In the consult, the person said that no one relates to a brand as well as they do to a person.
Absolutely.
So if you're not like I don't know, maybe because we've just been conditioned with like all the advertising and all the way that, you know, like a business is a business. Like you may like a business, like I like Apple, I like Adidas, I like, you know, Spotify as a brand, but I know like they don't personally know me, and so I might like those products, but there's a certain disconnect, like that only a human connection can fill. And so when you think about those companies, right? Like if you think about Apple, who's the person that comes to mind?
Steve.
Even though the guy's been dead for over 10 years now, right? Like people still think of, okay, if I think Apple, I
and
think
then
about
I'm going
Steve.
to say, look at their ads as well. Their ads are so human facing, like you just can connect to the story.
For sure.
Like they don't come showing you a laptop flying, they now explain all the things about the laptop. They literally show you a cook, they show you a pregnant woman. You just see yourself somewhere in that mix.
Mm-hmm.
And really, every brand has to look for a way to humanize itself. You cannot be a shadow and then want to run a business, because that's
Think
not
about
how
Twitter.
human beings are wired.
Yeah.
Jack.
I mean, if you look at Twitter, look at Tesla. Who do you think of?
Elon Musk.
Because it's like these are $1 billion, some $1 trillion businesses, and when you think of them, the faces that you think of are their founders.
Yeah.
And so like it just goes to show the importance of really growing a personal brand as well as your business brand. I know that like at the end of the day, like your business brand, you know, like you're trying to grow a business. Like number one, you should always grow a business first. Like in terms of like your aim is that I'm not going to be just posting on social media. You should be having like business strategies to actually grow the business. But a huge part of that, even though it's a long-term thing, is actually growing your personal brand, because people connect with you better than they would with your business.
I was so happy yesterday when someone left a comment on that, like one of my pictures. I was like, oh my god, this is fast becoming my favorite person on Instagram, like my favorite person here. And then I was just like happy about it because my content creation journey has been very.
Was that person me?
No. No. My content creation.
I'm your number one fan.
Very.
Sorry, continue.
You guys, so my content creation journey has been a very interesting one, because there's a time where I was like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to focus on healthcare, blah 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 blah. But like, as I just grew older, I just saw that look, I'm actually stressing myself. Like, there's no need to want to put up a front, create a life that's not yours, just because you want people to see you in a certain way. Just continue to improve on yourself, continue to improve on the work that you do, and then feel free to share your life the way you are comfortable with people around you. And that's what I've been doing, and it's been amazing. I'm not going to do the rat race of posting or wanting to be a YouTuber, posting on YouTube. I'm not willing to do that rat race, but I'm definitely going to grow. Like
Mm.
putting people see building a brand, building your personal brand is not a day's job. It's not something that you
Yeah.
just meet a brand guide or a branding expert and then they give you this content calendar that may not even suit your persona in the long term and then you run with it. I would say take your time to know yourself and just feel free to share your process with everybody. Like people are not like I was so excited about the honesty. Like, cause like there was this thing happening at the end of last year where everybody was saying, "Thank you for the happiest year of my life." Blah, blah, blah. And then some people just came out and started saying the truth. Like, look, this year was shit for me, and these were the things that
Yeah, I
happened, and
remember
I'm,
that.
I'm not happy about. And even with us, we're like being so honest and transparent about our growth, our progress, as well as our wins, which is something
Mm,
that you can also adopt to. Like, you don't have to put up a life that is not yours. Our
definitely.
story being relatable, like things that we go through, you never can tell. That's what would connect
Mm,
somebody else to you. And then
yeah.
with that, you guys just grow together and
Mm,
they would support the work that you want to do. Like they'll support your business, they'll support you. And that's how it works
definitely.
really. Yeah, that's how it
Mm,
works. That's how it works.
for
So
sure. For sure.
how about third wing? Is this third or fourth? I think it's fourth.
uh, we kind of, yeah, we could say like it's like our fourth like category.
Mhm. Okay, fourth.
We can say it's a fourth category. So like maybe like we can call it like our business wins in terms of like yeah, like the different things that we did in terms of actually physically selling our product. Yeah, we did like online stuff, but there were some offline things that we did. That was cool. Loretta mentioned one before, which was a B2B sale that we got.
With the
B2B, by the
health
way,
tech
just means
company.
business to business. If you can, like B2B is the way in terms of like one client who buys way more than just one individual customer would ever buy. So that's free. Take your gem, go and run with it. Nah, but for real, like, and it was
And
really,
B2Bs are so cool because like every single person that buys your product, they just have you. Or like for one person buys like a bunch of your products for like so many other people. And then those people
mm,
will like your products and then they're like, we want to come back to you.
mm,
Like, do you get? So I've had a bunch of people reach out to me, like, please, I want to get this out. Can your brand help? Things
mm,
like that, based off, um, you know, the deal. So B2Bs are cool, and they
yeah.
don't stress you. They don't stress you.
Um, I think like number one, like we were really blessed with that one. Um, because how we got that um was Loretta, because Loretta she's working like three full
Shush.
time jobs. I don't know how she does what she does, but she's current owner of a business, organizations, and she works. I don't even. I've stopped counting. I don't know. Maybe it's 5 jobs now. She works ridiculous amounts. Um, to the normal person. See, we're trying to reach your level, Loretta.
And then
But
this
yeah,
is
one
so
of
crazy because people think
mm,
I'm like the queen of enjoyment, like, or just
yeah, you'll see her feed. You think she's always on holiday. But don't lie. Where are you now? Are you on holiday?
technically yes, and I'm shooting the podcast.
Uh, oh yeah.
So I should probably say this as well. Let me just throw it in, like
Mm,
that. The more money you have, the more work you do. If you are not doing more work and you're getting more money, and when I say more money, I'm not saying like you are so stressed, you can't think, your morning to night is full. I'm just saying the more impactful you are, the more like you make more money as well. Also, I really don't know how to phrase that statement properly, but all I'm saying is if you are looking at someone like Itemi Otedola and you think that my life is all
Who's
honey and
that?
bliss.
We don't know your network.
You don't know Itemi Otedola. She's Otedola's daughter. Otedola is one
I
of
don't know
the richest men in
who's
the
that.
country.
There are people going to listen to this and be like, okay, I don't know who this is.
Okay,
So
Itemi
just describe
Otedola.
who they. Don't like you don't have to like go into their life story. Just like.
Oh
like,
yeah.
What do they do?
She's like my favorite influencer.
Okay.
But if you look at her page, if you look at her stories, you'll definitely want to say, oh, this person is from a rich family. This person is always traveling. So
Got
they are
you.
constantly balling. They're constantly enjoying their lives. They are, but then they're putting equal amounts of work.
Yeah.
I mean, she has YouTube videos doing very well. I'm sure YouTube is paying her for that. She has the podcast that she does with her boyfriend, Mr. Easy. Mr. Easy is a very famous musician. I'm sure she's also maybe not making money, but then she has like a very loyal audience. And then she's an influencer. Like you see her wear different clothes. You don't know, but those people probably pay her for that. But then a lot of times we just look at people's lives. We want to be like them. But where we miss it is we need to understudy these guys and see, like, they will not tell you with their full mouth on social media, right? But the more you observe, the more you do your research, you would see that, this money is probably coming from here. Most of those trips she's even taking, I will not be surprised if brands are the ones sponsoring it. Like, she has a very huge YouTube audience. She probably has like an agency managing her and then sending deals away. So she's making money. And you people think she's enjoying. So
we should get her on a podcast.
That would be great. I'll be smiling like this all through. But I'm just saying, like, so don't believe a lie. Like, this person is just chilling. Nobody in like high positions are just chilling.
Yeah.
Even people doing crypto, like just online trying to trade. I mean, they are trading. They are watching the news to be so current, so they know when market stocks are going down, when market stocks are going high. So if you want to be like, I'm just going to be blunt here. Like, there's no greatness without cost. So there's no there are no quick fixes anywhere. If you get a quick fix, it's not going to last, to be honest. It's going to wane at some point. So let's be ready to do the work that we ought to do, really. Because I felt like I should throw that in.
Yeah, and that's good, because like when you think about it, like what I think one misconception is that like to make more money, like once I've made it, like I don't have to work again. True, you may not, but you'll see that like making money, keeping money, and actually like growing your wealth, like growing like generational type of wealth. All of those things require a certain type of work.
Yeah.
Like, I think like the biggest thing is that we see all these people who, and like social media doesn't help, but we see all these people who they are doing really well with themselves. They seem like they're always on holiday, Lauretta. But we don't see like what they are doing behind the scenes. And that's even one scenario. There was a second scenario that I just remembered. There are people who they have mastered their craft. Like they know what they're doing. As in like doing it is like tying shoelaces for them. Like, people don't understand that if you really want to get to the point where like what you do looks effortless to other people, you really have to master your craft. Like, that's why we see all these people, like, there's no way you can become $1 trillion company because you don't like your own vibes, right? Like, there's obviously work that goes into it. But once you're so good at what you do, I mean, like Will Smith is a great example, or LeBron James, if anyone who knows basketball, or Messi, Ronaldo, like all those people, like I think sports people are a very great example for that, because it's like you see all these people do such amazing things in their arena. We don't see like they've put in so much work that it's now effortless to them. Like we look at them as like such wow, high and not high and mighty, but like such amazing people. We don't understand that they pushed past the level of a certain level of mediocrity,
Sure.
greatness, to the point of excellence. So that's where we're sitting. When you sit on the level of excellence in what you do, that's where you can now start mastering your craft. That's when it starts becoming more effortless. And I feel
Yeah.
people miss that. And
Mhm.
people, especially when you like win when you win small, like when something is working out really well, like it's super super easy. I don't know, like for me, like
And
when
that's why
we've gotten wins, I've definitely
and that's
felt
why I
like,
want to continue to push myself. Like
mm,
with Scribble personally. I like this year I want to put in the work. I want to master my crafts. I want to manage my time right. I want to
mm,
invest in myself. And all of this I want to do from a place of rest. So I don't want to be anxious for anything. I don't want to be scared of trying. I just want to be in that space. Because really, this is the best space to be in. Like, best space to be in. I feel like we took a really good detour. And yeah, you guys enjoyed all the gems that we dropped. Yeah. How did we get what would you say um was like the factor that brought us the B2B day?
um, I think speaking about what we do, I think people don't promote ourselves. We don't promote ourselves enough. We don't, and like not even just like I said it generally, as in like people, founders in general don't promote themselves enough. But even like speaking to us as well, we don't promote ourselves enough. Like like what someone once said, that it should be like your job is to promote yourself in what you do every single day. Like yes, deliver value. Yes, create valuable content. Yes, do all that stuff. But you have to at least once every day promote yourself. Try and promote yourself in what you do, um, and really try and like get your name out there, because at the end of the day, like no one's gonna talk about you until you do. Like
Because like you need to have spoken about yourself so much that people are just sitting in a room and then someone asks for something and then you're top of mind, like because that's what happened with the B2B deal. Somebody
for
goes,
sure.
oh, we're tired of having like notebooks. What other products can we give to people in this company this year? Then somebody was like, oh my god, Lauretta, he has a scribble company, they did this
Mm,
amazing sketch pad. So if I didn't like talk about my product, my
yeah.
other favorite brand is Andrea Yama. Oh my god, I'll be so happy if she comes on this show. Andrea Yama doesn't like, and then promoting yourself is
Who
not
is she?
something.
What does she do?
Yeah, I'll get to that. So Andrea Yama is very calm. She's quiet. Like that's the brand she's built. She's been in business for like 10 years. What they do is make luxury swimwear. But now I see that
Well,
she's branching out to making bags, branching out
yeah.
to making like proper dresses that you can even wear out. I
Mm,
really love the quality. Like
yeah.
it's crazy, but like when you mention Nigeria, you're mentioning luxury, you're mentioning
Mm,
quality. Like no bad reviews of our products. Barack Obama's wife so won her
mm.
swimsuits.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, that's huge. And she started this
That's
business 10 years
huge.
ago. She started this business
Mm,
when she was in uni, just like 10 years ago. And then
wow.
she put her pricing on things because a swimwear brand isn't cheap.
Mm.
She put her pricing on things. She was like, oh, then people were like insulting her. So, this young girl, how is your product so expensive? It's not pant and bra you're selling. But she did not answer anybody. She continued pushing her thing, and now the business has grown.
I love
So,
that.
um, so every day on our stories, not like
Mm,
every day, but like from time to time, she constantly shares her work, like what she's doing at the studio, because she has like a very nice studio. So she shares her work at the studio. She teases us about, oh, this is what she's going to do. She wears her clothes. She wears her brand. And she will post the picture. Or you're a business owner. Nobody knows what you're
wow. That's
Nobody
good.
knows
That's good.
how you work. Nobody knows the things that you're doing in your business. Like you're just underground digging holes, digging. It's good, but it's not sustainable. It's not especially in this, and then in this day and age, I don't know why it won't cost you anything to share a WhatsApp story. Like there was one of my friends, and then you can also tell people within your network to share. Like there was one of my friends, she just started her cooking business. She came to my house and then she made me take pictures for her food. And for weeks, she didn't share any of the pictures. I'm like, bro, what's going on? She's like, she's waiting for the perfect time. She doesn't know, she's scared.
I thought you were going to say for weeks she was promoting the pictures. Wow, she didn't share at all.
Do you know what made her start sharing? Because there was a day I just vexed. And I just posted on my stories, like I posted one of her pictures, like, oh my God, this is my friend's business, this is what she's doing. I'm so excited. You won't believe it, that someone from my Instagram actually reached out to her to cater for her birthday, which was like about 30 people.
Wow. That's
She made
mad.
different things for them. Since then, I just beg her again. Now she shares on her stories. And she would even come back to me and be like, Teresa, please, do you mind like sharing this with your audience, please, I beg, help me and stuff. So like we need to share. Like people like this, you need to share. You need to talk about your work. Stop being shy. Like as they say, shyness is not the fruit of the spirit. Don't be shy. Like shyness helps nobody. Like in this business world, shyness helps nobody. The only people I know are the people that talk about their products. Why do you think I love multi-label so much? I love the founder. I love the brand. There's no way, even if it's my last salary, God forbid, but I will stick by multi-label if I really see a piece that I like I would really, really, really buy it. Okay. When can I see you in 3 places or 2 places?
I think my internet.
First.
But yeah, keep talking. I'm here.
Okay. So, I mean that's just the long and short of it. Even look at if it's Ayolonge. Like I've heard bad reviews about her products. I've never bought a guy or a GR clothes or whatever. But still I love how she carries the brand. Like I love how she's constantly like in our faces with what she's doing, her life, her fashion. So that's the thing. People don't know you. People will not know you. I mean, there are billions of people in the world. Who has time to be looking for everybody? If you want to be found, you need to make yourself reachable. You need to.
I think like obviously like I just want to like preface this. This thing takes work. Whoever said that like growing a business is beings or they lied to you.
Big lie.
I think especially if you are an established creator, I think it's easier in that sense. Like there's 2 ways that you're going to like I think is a struggle, right? It's either you are an established creator, and so you know how you've built your personal brand, and so now okay you want to start your own business, so you can easily promote it on the personal brand side of things, but the struggle now is okay, like I've never built a business before. How do I now learn to really grow this business that like yes I can chat on my page and people will buy from my followers, but like there is an experience that you have to give your followers to actually for it to translate. So what I'm saying is on the personal brand side of things you might be good, but on the business side of things you may not have as much experience. And that thing is it's a lot. Like building a business on top of your personal brand, like it's a lot. There are things in terms of customer service, marketing. Even if marketing is just you yourself, right? Like there's different parts if you want to be seen by other people. There's logistics. There is so many different types of things. If you're hiring people, because you can't do it all yourself, you need to work with people. like people, human resource management, HR management. Like there's so much that goes into it. So it's like, okay, but if you like, that's one side, right? The other side is if you're not a big influencer yourself, but you've been doing this business thing, you may even be struggling with the business thing, but you've gotten your feet wet a little bit and you're still trying to make it. But now you're trying to now you're trying to now shout about your business and grow your personal brand on top.
So like
the business one might be a little bit easier for you.
no one is
The
actually
personal
easier.
brand one is like
No one is easier, but
exactly.
as you said earlier, the focus is just starting with as little as you can. I will not advise like if you're just getting into personal branding, I will not advise that you strive or you try to curate your page to look a certain way. Bro,
Yeah.
come as you are. Be realistic. Like, don't
Yeah.
let anybody tell you
Yeah.
nonsense. Because
Do what works for you.
yeah, because I've seen like pages that are horrible looking, and trust me, those guys are boosted their followers. And then I've seen pages that are very
I can think of
fancy,
so many people.
and I've seen pages that are very fancy,
Yeah.
and then nothing is doing well. So you just have to keep at it. Like
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
the Will book says, what brick can you lay out today? Just carry a brick and just lay it. Like just little progress. So I feel like when it comes to personal branding, people overthink it. But it's literally who you are in real life translating on your or being amplified on your social media. So if you're quiet and calm, don't come and be loud on social media. Just
Yeah. I think do what works for you.
Exactly.
I think at the end of the day, it's like,
there are no stereotypes.
and like be patient, because like I think that's the thing with me. Like I'm me and making content online. Like I can do it, but it takes so much energy out of me. Like being creative in terms of like trying to think of things to create for people, like trying to find a way to get someone's attention within the first 3 seconds, and then really deliver value, and then like change my outfit and do transitions and all this stuff. Like for me, like it's so draining. Like I can do it, but like maybe I have 3 max inside of me before I'm like, no, this is like I'm done for the day. Like maybe I can do like 3 reels and then I'm just done for the day. I can't do any work. I can't do anything. I'm just drained. And so in my head, I was like, this isn't working for me. Like I can do it, sure thing, but like I want to do it when I'm number one, when I'm really feeling like doing like a reel, for example. But other times, if I'm not really feeling it, then I'd rather just like do something like this. I would talk on a podcast or like speak about a topic that I'm passionate about, and do that for 30 minutes or whatever, and then let myself chill. I'll just clip the different parts of that video and use that as my 7, 14, 21 day piece of content. Because I feel as though it's like it's much easier to like document your process than it is to create. Like if you're an influencer, cool, power to you. You probably enjoy what you do, so like, well done. Me, like it's only just like recently that I'm like, let me just like challenge myself to take photos when I'm outside. As in like, I'll literally like find a place, I'll set up my tripod, and I'll just take a bunch of photos and I'll just keep it in like a photo bank, so that like when I'm not feeling like posting video or anything, I know, okay, I have these photos that I've already taken. I can just put it on there for the sake of, okay, I've posted today. And it sounds funny, like, oh, you shouldn't post for the sake of posting. But obviously, like, the thing about like the algorithm that I've learned is that if people don't interact with you online, and they start interacting with other people more, Instagram, for example, like Instagram will push those other people more than your own. And like, there's literally a tab that I like. I'm not sure if everyone's seen it. There's a tab that says people you've least interacted with, and then Instagram says we don't show you these people, and then people that you've most interacted with. So it's like people like Instagram will be like, oh, like if you're not posting, you're literally like saying, you're literally giving people the key. You're literally allowing your followers to listen to other people louder than you. meaning that you'll now get Instagram to now say, they're not listening to Enoch again. Let me put Enoch in the least people that they engage with, and then from there it's just about, okay, you're not getting engagement even though you have all these followers. And it's now like, okay, some people might unfollow you, some people might mute you. So it's like consistency and frequency. Like, this thing isn't easy, but like doing something that works for you, that you can do consistently, till you can do something like a Gary Vee and have a team who's creating for you constantly, who's filming you wherever you go, if you want that. There are plenty of people who, even just do pure Twitter posts, and they use that and they sprinkle it across their social media wherever they are. So it's like, just find what works for you. Like, that doesn't take all your energy, and just be patient with it. But just make sure that you're speaking about your business.
Yeah.
Speaking about your business. Yes, delivering value, but like most important thing is speaking about your business.
Do we still have any more wins?
I think that's it. I mean, we can speak on this last one. We talked about B2B, and speaking about like your business and whatnot. There was one, offline pop-ups, and I said that they're all related to each other. And the reason why I wanted to highlight this was because we forget, like, B2B is an offline thing, right? Pop-ups are an offline thing. Like, I think we underestimate the power of like offline sales, like offline, like getting on the ground, putting yourself in an event, creating like going to create a pop-up shopping center.
Like the one we had. We had two pop-ups last year.
Yeah, we did. One was in Palms and one was in
Citadel.
Some place you went to. Yeah. So it's like people do, like, everyone says social media, advertising, all that stuff, content. Yeah, cool. But once you, like, human connection is the most important thing. Like, when you're in person with someone, there's so much more connection with them. Yes, you might get your nose when you're trying to sell your product, especially physical products. I know, like, digital products are a different matter. But even with digital products, it's easier to sell a digital product when you're speaking at a conference, for example, than it is when you're advertising online.
Which reminds me, I would like for us to speak at more events. Like, I feel like we've not done that at all. So sort of position ourselves like the work we do at Scribble.
Yeah.
Get into those spaces, even if it's on Twitter, the creative spaces, or what's that thing called? Yeah. Or what's the name of that app? Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
I don't use it, but I'm going to. So just speak more about your products, like not just your products, because that's too salesy, but like really seek to provide value to the people that you care about, and then from there you can always like also share the work that you're doing, your business or something. Not like, I just want this because I want to speak about your business. I want to make sales. Yeah, being business oriented is good, but I'll tell you what sells more: showing that you care about people.
Wow. Wow. I wasn't expecting you to land like that. That was hot. That was very spicy. That was a great way. I think we should have ended like that. I thought I was gonna say, Loretta, do you wanna end it off? What's something you wanna land with people? But like, you just did it. Like, we could end it like that. That was so good.
Doing business is great.
Yeah, wow.
But you know what's better? Actually showing that you care about people.
Remember.
Actually showing that you care about people. See, we're human beings, and we like when people show us that they care about us or that they love us. Not like Enoch that refused to buy shoe for me. Show me that.
Wow. Don't worry, we'll get there.
I feel like this has been such
an everyone.
Interesting podcast. Very interesting.
Yeah, this was. I hope you guys got something from this first episode. And this is just our first episode. My goodness, like, we have so much in store. Oh, you have no idea. But yeah, we really, this is good. I like that we're doing this. Good idea. This is a good idea. Yeah, I'm pumped. So yeah,
What's that dance that people
thank
do
you so much.
these days?
See, I don't know. I just see it on social media. I'm like, okay, this is the trending thing now.
I wish I could dance.
Similar to the. All right, let's let these people go. Everyone, thank you so much for listening to the Sip and Think podcast with Lauretta and Enoch. Yeah, we're really pumped to be starting this journey with you. We are releasing 2 podcasts per week. The founder session, which is today's session, and our guest interviews. And that'll be going up on Tuesday and Thursday weekly, and we're just going to be alternating with that. But yeah, we're really excited to really go on this journey with you, helping creators really grow their socials and monetize online. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. Subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already. I don't know why you haven't. If you haven't, I mean, that episode we just did was just fire. But subscribe to the podcast. If you're on YouTube, subscribe there as well. And yeah, let us know what you thought. What's the biggest takeaway that you have from it? But we appreciate you, and we'll see you again next time. Peace.
See you next time. Bye bye.